Hey guys, it's Sylvia here. Um, I had put on Facebook about a week ago that I was gonna tell you guys a little bit about my story and what's been going on in my life and what God has been doing in my life. And I just kind of wanted to backtrack a little bit to explain what's been going on because it's been not just this year, the past 2 years have been crazy. I mean, there's good things out of it, but there's also been a lot of bad things happening in our lives, especially with my health and everything. So last year, it was, let's see, it was in February. Um, I had been having a lot of pain and I ended up going to the urgent care because it was getting so bad to the point I couldn't hardly move. I laid in bed and I was hurting so bad and I on my I know this is TMI, but my tailbone area, and I was like, what is happening? And I went to urgent care and I have a cyst that flared up. Um, and I also found out they're hereditary. I guess my dad had one when he was younger. So I guess that's how I got that. I don't know why at that point I got it. But anyway, so I had gone to urgent care for that. And then the next day, took a pregnancy test, found out I was pregnant. So that was fun because I'm in pain, and then I'm like, oh, I'm pregnant the next day. There's not a whole lot of things you can take, when you're pregnant. There's a lot of things you're supposed to avoid as far as medications and stuff go. So, yeah, that happened, which was a surprise because I've been birth control forever. But so people told me, they're like, "Oh, you won't get pregnant that fast." Yeah, it didn't happen that way. um, Anyways, moving on. So I found I was pregnant, and then I have history of high blood pressure, so I had to go to the doctor a billion times for that. And then I ended up having flare-ups with my cyst when I was pregnant, which was awful because I have swollen feet. I'm waddling around like a penguin, and then my tailbone's hurting and I can't move. There were days I just laid in bed. I literally couldn't move because it hurt so bad to get up. So pregnancy was rough. I'm just gonna say, I know some people like being pregnant. I mean, I love my little boy with all my heart, but I do not enjoy being pregnant. Nope, nope, not one of those people. So if you are, kudos to you. However, I will say I did not get any morning sickness, which was a plus. So I'm so sorry for the ones who have to deal with that. But I was just miserable. It wasn't a good time for me. I was looking forward to having a kid, and he's our first kid. So it was a really exciting time, but it was also a hard time because I was in so much pain and I was miserable. And anyways, I ended up having to have a C-section. I went in to be induced, and he just didn't want to come out, so I ended up having to have a C-section, which people don't really talk about C-sections much, but it was not very fun. I'll just say that. And I didn't know what to expect because I hadn't done any research on it or anything on it, so it was very scary and life-changing for me to go through a major surgery like that. But I will tell you, it is so worth it once you hold that baby in your arms. It was one of those bittersweet times, it was awful going through what you had to go through. But once you have that baby and you see that baby look at you, it's just the most amazing feeling in the whole wide world, and I wouldn't change it for anything. Um, so I had him last year, November 24th, 2018, and then December, I had surgery on the cyst that was going to be removed. Basically, he said he could do it an easier way or he could do it a harder way. The surgeon picked the easier way out of trying to remove it. And he's like, I think I got it. And then, like, a month later, it's back. So it was a failed surgery. So, and guess what? It's back again. So I have to have surgery again. Yay! So that's going on right now. So I have an appointment with the surgeon again next week. So anyways, that will be fun because, I'm still recovering from a lot of other things that have been going on. So I had a hard time with that. And then I was also super depressed. I had really bad postpartum depression after I had River. I wasn't eating. Like, I was having a hard time because I was breastfeeding and he wasn't latching. And so it was just a really hard time for me. And we ended up going to a lactation specialist, and it was a lot. Like, your hormones are everywhere because, you just had a kid. Your whole body is changing and trying to, go back to its normal self. And, gosh, it's hard being a girl. Like, I'm not gonna lie. There's times I'm like, I wish I was a man because they seem like they have it a lot easier, but like, you try carrying a baby for 9 months. Anyways. So yeah, that was really hard. And then, after I had River, also, yeah, I forgot about that part. So after I had River, my stomach started giving me really bad problems. And, I ended up finding out I had, a stomach issue called C. diff, which is also, like, apparently contagious. I found that out later on. But, like, my doctor didn't make, like, a big deal about it. She was like, oh, it'll be okay. I'll just put you on medicine. Blah, blah, blah. That was a whole nother deal because, like, that crap was hard to get rid of. Like, my stomach was awful. I was running to the bathroom constantly. And I'm also, like, trying to breastfeed at this point. So I'd have him, like, latched, and then I'd have to run to the bathroom. And then I was on medicines constantly, and they're like, you can't be breastfeeding on this medicine. So then I'd have to get off of a certain medicine, because I couldn't breastfeed on it. And then there were times, like, I had to stop breastfeeding because nothing else was working. And right before my wreck happened, which I'll get to here in a minute. It's a crazy story, but right before that happened, I had just, like, started to feel better too. Man, that sucks. Like, I had just started to feel better. Like, my stomach had, like, finally, like, calmed down. I got an appointment with the gastro doctor. They had done a colonoscopy, and they said that I had some colitis in my stomach, but it was getting better. And I was so happy because I was like, yes, finally, like, things are looking up and I can enjoy my life and enjoy my time with my son. And then, life happened again. Because the day of my wreck, the day of my wreck was actually the same day that I went to the gastro doc, which I thought everything was looking up. I thought I was going to see sunshine and rainbows. So leading up to that car wreck, man, Whew, guys, like, I didn't know what was wrong. There was something wrong. Like, 3 days before, I had terrible headaches. Um, like every night, and I was telling my husband, I was like, babe, my head is hurting so bad. And I don't usually get headaches. Like, it's not something that I really deal with. Um, Sorry to those of you that have to deal with that, because they're miserable. But anyways, like, I had been having really bad headaches, and I just didn't feel right, and I couldn't quite figure out how I was feeling. I know it doesn't really make a lot of sense, but I didn't understand, like, what I was feeling. I just knew I wasn't feeling good. Well, I had gone to the gastro doc that day, and then I ran by my friend's house because she was giving me, like, a baby item or whatever for River, my son. For those of you who don't know River, he's the cutest thing ever. Anyways, I know I keep saying, habit, I guess. Anyways, so, excuse me. I went to go to this girl's house to get something for River, and I was gonna hang out with her, but I was like, I'm not really feeling well. I was like, something's not right. I don't know. I just don't feel good. Like, I couldn't pinpoint what it was. It wasn't a headache at that time. I just didn't feel good, and I just wanted to go home and lay down because, home is where you're comfortable, and I didn't want to be out and about. And that friend, knowing her, like, she would probably want me to stick around and, our little boys play together and stuff, which is great. But yeah, I was not feeling good. I had actually run to the UPS store before I came to her house too, and I got up and picked River up and dropped off a package, and I don't know, I knew something was off. I couldn't pinpoint it. But so I'm driving down the highway on 51 heading towards Coweta area, because we're in Broken Arrow, but I just tell her when we live in Coweta because it's closer to Coweta. But so I remember driving past Bluebell Ice Cream Plant, and then I remember driving under the Turnpike Bridge, and I don't remember anything. I blacked out, like, completely. Like, for a while, I guess. Which I'll get to that later, because I have some crazy stuff to tell you guys. Oh, it's crazy. I might have to do this video in a few different parts, because it's a long story. It's a very long story, and there's some crazy crap that happened. So I woke up, I came to, and there was just paramedics all around me saying, Sylvia, Sylvia, Sylvia. And I was just out of it, man. I didn't know what happened. They're trying to move me, and I kind of remember, like, yelling out in pain. And they were like, I was like, Mom, I guess I was mumbling a lot. I was trying to say, what? I was like, what happened? Like, I didn't know what happened. I didn't know what was going on, and I remember saying, is my son okay? Is my son okay? And they said, yeah, he's okay. And, gosh, I'm so glad that he's okay, because this is one of the crazy things that happened was our car seat base, it kept becoming loose. So we had traded it out for a different base that we had. And we had done that, like, probably about a week before all this happened. So I'm just like, oh my gosh, what if we had that other car seat base in there and River was not secure? Like, that's all I keep thinking. And also, like, it's very important to make sure, like, your bases and car seats and everything like that are in good expiration. I don't know if you guys know, but they have expiration dates on them. I didn't know that at first. It was a good thing to know. But, and also, like, I had also had the fire department check the car seat to make sure that it was installed correctly. So if you guys haven't done that, like I completely think you guys should go get that checked, because obviously, like, you never know. Like, I never thought this would happen to me. I've never gotten in a wreck. I've never had anything like this crazy happen to me before. Like what, like, why me? Like, where did, it's just been crazy. So yeah, check your car seats. That's my point. And also another crazy thing is I also, like, my life group, we had this like hot seat thing going on at church, and the week before this happened, I was in the hot seat. So I really felt like that was meant to be for that week. My date of my hot seat got pushed a couple times to a different date because things just came up with the group and stuff. Which is crazy because I really feel like I needed that encouragement from my group. And I remember one of the people telling me that, like, I'm a warrior, because we had given our testimonies last year, and I'll just say I've been through some crazy stuff. Like, life has been so freaking hard. Ugh, it's been so hard. You guys have no idea. I've been through hell and back, like, seriously. So the fact that one of my group members said, like, I'm a warrior, like, through this whole thing that I've been through, this whole, like, couple of years that I've been through, of all these health issues and the wreck and everything, like, I really feel like I was meant to hear that, and God has been, like, trying to, like, work that into my brain that, like, I can get through anything, I can get through anything with him by my side. And there's days, like, I've had doubts, and I'm like, why me? But I feel like, this is part of my story. This is part of who I am now. And it sucks that it happened, but I still wouldn't change anything, because I've met some amazing people throughout these past couple of years that have, like, been on this journey with me, or we've just had so many people reaching out to us. And I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful for everyone who's helped us, because we couldn't have done it without you. We couldn't have done it without God. Like, God has just, I don't know how to explain. Like, it's just been crazy. Like, the amount of grace that we have received, and the amount of love and support. And I think I'm just going to leave it off right here, and I'll, like, to be continue the story. But I really feel like I need to say this verse. It's Nehemiah 8:10. It says, do not grieve, for the joy of the Lord is your strength. So I'll just leave you guys with that. Really think about that, and say those words out loud, and think about what that means to you. You guys are awesome. I love you guys, and thank you for all the encouragement, support, the prayers, and everything. And I will hopefully do another video here soon about more about the wreck and everything. It's getting kind of late, so, and I'm kid-free tonight, so that doesn't happen, like, ever. Also, we just had our anniversary. You want to see something really cute? Jose bought this for me. Look, it's little turtles. Isn't that cute? We just celebrated our 3-year anniversary, and we went out for dinner, to a movie, and he got me that beautiful necklace. It's a mama turtle and her baby turtle. So cute. Anyways, y'all have a great night. Bye.